Welcome to Roll and Review, where we talk about all things nerdy and awesome. I'm Jim.
And I'm Alex.
And comics of this week. It's exciting. Are
what?
All of these! So it really is the lineup this week. So the first thing I want to talk about...
Not too much went on.
Actually, this week was a super slow week in comics. Only across all the companies, about 400 books came out. That's not a lot.
Any reason why that actually happened, or is it just luck of random?
Just a slow week. It hasn't happened in probably a year or two.
April Fools, no books for you.
April Fools. You just got to read just Captain America, because that did come out.
And Standoff.
Well, that and off. But Captain America did. In the back of it, they were celebrating like the 75th year anniversary of Captain America.
I heard about that.
And so they had the standoff story in front, which is actually pretty cool. It brings in like Bucky Barnes and some really cool stuff. Both Sam Wilson and Steve Rogers.
You almost forgot his name again.
No, I almost said old Steve Rogers, but read the book.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Read the book. Yeah, it's a good book.
You gave it away already.
I don't care.
You gave it away.
I don't care.
They're not going to read it now because you gave it away.
It was announced like a month ago that there
Send the hate to Jim.
It was announced like a month ago that Steve Rogers would become young again and take the title of Captain America, while Sam Wilson also was Captain America.
I know you did.
So it wasn't a surprise that
I spent a while and I had you Photoshop an awesome Captain America picture so I could put it in a video. I know this exists.
I know. But so it's not really much of a spoiler because we all knew it was going to happen. It was just when it happened, and guess what?
The one person who's going to be that dick and say we didn't say spoilers, send the hate to him. And whoever's texting me, please stop.
I don't care. Okay. Moving on. Captain America. Done. Over with.
Yes, over.
Whatever. Cool. That's all I got for Marvel.
Marvel's over.
That's not as a company, but just the singing.
They have to fight to the death in order to
ready
the company.
Fight.
Flawless victory.
Fatality. Babyality. Do you remember those babyalities?
Oh my God. Babalities. My favorite was Goro's in the new one, where he's playing patty cake and then just slaps himself in the face.
Those were hilarious.
So much fun.
But I did, when people were just using the babyalities, I missed the gore.
Wasn't it when there was what was it? Reptile became a monkey and shot and just ran off the screen in 3. I was like, what's going on? He just became a monkey and left.
Where the crap did he just? Why? But yeah, so back onto comic books.
But Mortal Kombat.
We're done with video games for right now.
No, we're not.
For right now. You can come back to it later.
Yay.
Because next book I want to talk about by Zenoscope, Satan's Hollow. So it's this book right here. Really cool book. Really, it's dark. It's for mature readers only, and if you're not mature, if you're under 18, ask your parents if you can read it, because it's some dark crap.
I was gonna make a joke about maturity, but I don't.
I know. I barely qualify for that. I barely qualify, but I'm 24, so my parents can't say no.
It's not for those of a certain age, maturity aside.
Maturity is a part. But it's super dark, satanic cults, murder, demons.
Or so he thinks, because he sped read it about 2 minutes before we started shooting this.
No, it's a really cool story. I read it. It's a really cool story. It hooked me from page 3, and I was good to go.
That's good.
So it's one of those books hooked me right away. I'm gonna be picking it up. I recommend the mature readers out there also pick it up. Zenoscope has been doing great work recently. I haven't read something from them I didn't like, and this just continues that same kind of mood of theirs, and it's perfect. It's awesome. It's awesome.
Did you have to read anything else with that to get it, or is it a complete standalone? It's just a brand new thing coming out.
It is a complete standalone story. You don't have to read other Zenoscope stuff. It introduces you to the characters and brings you into this world.
Awesome.
In a very natural feeling way, instead of just like plopping you in exposition to get you in. Which brings me to my next book.
You need Dan Aykroyd for the King of Exposition to explain.
Exactly. That brings me on to my next book, Zombie Proof.
I don't know why you keep showing them. I have to superimpose the image anyway.
I know, so it's not going to matter.
No.
But Zombie Proof.
Stop playing with my sunglasses and talk about the comic.
I'm cool. So Zombie Proof. It's not that good of a story. I'm not going to wear these for the rest of the video. You can't stop me. Please don't try. You could totally could.
I know I could.
Camera gets knocked over. You see me on the ground like an arm bar and like in a lot of pain. Okay, I'll take them off. This is a fun day today.
Yeah, today's the day, right?
Watch the movie review. We argued earlier, so this is just
it was great.
fun
We had a
right
great
now.
thing about Loki of all things.
I know.
We had actually a heated debate about Loki.
I know. Out of everyone to debate about Loki.
Anyway,
So Zombie
as
Proof.
much as we're getting distracted, obviously this is not a good thing to read. Don't do it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not even. It's.
Just because there's zombies in the
Yeah.
title doesn't mean it's good.
Yeah,
don't do it.
I picked it up. It's from like a brand new company. They literally just started like I think, American Mythology.
Is it like growing pains mistakes, or is it just not that talented mistakes?
It just seemed like not that talented mistakes. It wasn't like, oh, you're new to this, so I get it. But like, it kind of felt like Batman vs Superman. It was choppy. It was all over the place. They show you like,
Was it trying to do too much at once?
yeah, it was like present, but then the past before the zombie outbreak, and then all of a sudden like animal zombies, and they show us like,
So they tried to be lost, but failed.
oh yeah, and they showed us like an entire page. There were like 4 boxes, multiple characters in each one. They gave a name to each of them, but didn't like do more with that. It was like, here are a bunch of characters. I don't know if I should care about them. I don't know who they are. Are
Obviously
these
you
good guys
don't.
or bad guys? Like what?
Obviously, you don't care.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah. And so Zombie Proof, I wouldn't get it honestly.
Don't get it.
They got a couple other books coming out, which are on the back of the comic, and now I can't remember what they are. But if the rest
Jury's
of
out. We'll let you know if they do something else a bit more redeemable and they should be worth checking out. But right now, save your money, save your time. Don't.
yeah,
Stay away.
I didn't like this book, and I'll let you know about the other books when they come out. But if it's like this one, I'm gonna say the same thing and don't read it.
Fatality.
Stamp of disapproval. All right, next thing.
You just gave yourself 2 Photoshop things to do later. Hope you know that.
I know. Oh God.
I get to make him work now since I have to spend all night editing him. I get to make him work.
Do what I want. Don't tell me how to live my life. Okay, I'll make it. All right. So the next thing, actually, you probably won't find this comic book in most stores.
Really?
It's Back to the Low Country. The writer is John Dudley, and the artist is Don Carendas.
He butchered your
Okay.
name, and we apologize. Unless the book is
Don,
crap,
I'm
and then we
sorry.
don't apologize.
You're actually a really nice guy. We talked at C2E2.
You're a really nice guy.
Don Cardenas. Cardenas. I don't know. I'm sorry, Don.
That's the long video, right?
No, unfortunately, Don, I'm sorry. Actually, yeah, Don, I'm sorry. I got caught up with a whole bunch of things at C2E2. Didn't get a chance to get back over to your booth to interview you. Call me. Message me. I would still love an interview. I want to interview you guys. I'll get in contact with you. We'll do something. Okay. Either Lake County Con or just a random interview.
Okay.
So.
So how is
that's
this
my
done?
apologies.
How's it after our sincerest apologies?
My butchering of your name.
How does the comic hold up?
So the comic's okay. It's clearly made by some newbies to comics and writing.
Okay.
The art's nothing special. It's not terrible, but it's nothing special. It's nothing
it
that
needs
like
some polish.
Yeah, it's not like books like Squarriors or like Alex Ross's books, Capullo's book. Like, it's not something that's going to catch your eye and just make you go like, oh my god,
that's amazing.
There are some really cool images in it, but nothing that's just going to like blow your mind.
Okay.
And the writing very much feels like a new writer. There are a couple phrases that just feel a little awkward. At one point, one of the characters shortens helicopter to copter, which just doesn't feel right when you read it.
The literal only shortened version of that word that is not acceptable.
Right.
Every other one would have been flowed nicely, but no.
Helo, heli, chopper,
bird,
like So there's some wording in it that feels a little awkward, and it feels like like. Okay, this is like a new writer mistake.
Okay.
But it's nothing that like is going to like make you hate the book or anything like that. Like, it's just a couple of things
that they can learn to do better going forward.
Exactly. Just kind of smoother dialogue and very comfortable wording for things.
Oh, that's good.
So I mean, that's kind of what basically it just needs to get worked on.
Mm-hmm.
But the story's pretty cool. There are 4 issues out right now. I can't remember if they're on like Comixology, which is an internet site.
See if they're on Comixology and tell us if they're there or not, because we don't know.
Yeah. But I know, talking with the guys, they're self-distributing around the Chicagoland area.
They're good.
So
Chills just went up my spine there.
Ooh.
No, that was weird.
Ghosts. You'll see like a figure appear in the back right before that happened or something like that.
Corey's just gonna come like punch you in the face. Get out!
The power of Christ compels you. The power of Christ compels you.
And he's gone. We won't be seeing him again.
And I'm back.
Literally, no. I just blacked out your half of the screen. You're not actually back. It's just me now. No, I'm not even in the video anymore.
Oh god, this is gonna be weird. This is gonna be a weird video. We're sorry.
Yeah,
this got weird today.
Really weird. I don't know what's going on today.
I don't know.
We're
in a reform. But for PAX of the Low Country, get back to it. It is an interesting story. If you see it around at your local comic book shop, or if you see them at the next C2E2 or Lake County Con or whatever other cons they're going to, pick it up. It's really interesting. Talk to the guys. They're both awesome. John and Don. I got a talk chat with them for like 10 minutes at C2E2 the day I didn't have my camera. They're super nice, super great. So, let them know I sent you.
All right, so check it out.
Go check it out.
And hopefully it just gets better from here.
Yeah, it's going to be, I think he said it was going to be a 6-part series.
Okay.
So I've done 4. Number 5 should be out by the Lake County Comic-Con this summer. And so, I mean, they're distributing it, writing it, doing it all on their own. So it takes a little bit longer than like a big setup company to do. So get it, but yeah.
Sounds good.
If you find it, pick it up. It's a good read. So next thing I want to talk about is Cyborg. So I just got...
Keep your bearing, Jim. Come on.
Going a little deeper into the Cyborg story.
Yeah, going deeper into Cyborg, are you? Got him.
Terrible. Absolutely terrible.
I know, and it's great.
So,
tell us about your adventures in Cyborg.
So Cyborg, actually, I'm really liking this run of Cyborg. However, talking with some people, I'm not, totally alone. I'm not totally alone with this, but there are people who disagree with me on this. I know, weird.
People who don't agree with him? I wonder who someone like that could be.
Probably someone who disliked our rant against Batman vs. Superman.
Yeah.
Kidding. If you dislike that video, you're free to do so. You have
someone
free speech.
Who wants to have Tom Hiddleston in the MCU somewhere.
Probably a jerk. So, I don't care.
Why would you call Tom Hiddleston a jerk? He is a nice man.
I don't know, never met him. So anyway, Cyborg.
What's happening to us today?
I don't know. We're all over the place, but
we are all over the place.
Some people I've talked to didn't really like this story. Didn't get much of a reason why from them. They just haven't enjoyed Cyborg. I mean, there's not a lot to like about DC right now, and this isn't like the best story out there. It's a pretty decent story. So
give us a rundown.
So essentially, techno-sapiens, like these basically people like Cyborg, they were like beings of some sort, kind of all over alien spectrum.
RoboCop.
And they get this nanotechnology in their, like they get taken over by this nanotechnology. They have a hive mind. They actually invaded Earth.
Oh, God. No. So they're the Borg.
Kind of. Yeah, kind of.
Borg.
They're kind of the Borg.
Okay. I can understand that.
So they invade Earth. Cyborg figures out a way to get them out of there.
Good for him.
But then
what was Superman doing?
They actually had a little.
They had a reason on why
they had. They had like a little video. Each person in the Justice League going like, "Yep, this stuff's happening here too." This because like Cyborg was in Detroit, and Batman's in Gotham, Superman's in Metropolis, like. They're all, and they're like, yeah, this is a worldwide invasion. Like, it's a worldwide invasion.
I like how they just kind of cut out New York and Chicago, renamed them Metropolis and Gotham, but kept Detroit, kept Washington, and all the other cities.
Well, let's be honest. There's nothing worse you can do to Detroit.
Yeah, you could not have Cyborg in it.
He's the one saving grace for Detroit. Come on, the city's a desolate wasteland.
All hatred of our viewers from Detroit. Directed at him.
And your football team's not that good either. Go Bears.
That is also a true statement.
I mean, yeah. We're Bears fans. Oops. But so there was a reason why like Superman didn't like show up to help him because he was in Metropolis dealing with the techno-sapien invasion there.
He was busy brooding.
No, that was Batman. The comics, Superman's not brooding. That's just Batman versus Superman. But so
I'm gonna cut a lot.
You're kind of dealing with the aftermath of the invasion, where now the government wants to step in and do something.
You mean the government's actually gonna do something for once?
Yeah, but it's nothing good.
Of course.
Hail
Hydra.
Essentially, making everyone comply who has nanotechnology in them with certain standards, and basically putting in a chip in their technology which could give government control over that technology whenever they wanted, or shut it down.
And I'm guessing Cyborg does not like this.
Cyborg does not like this because Cyborg is essentially completely unregulated, like nanotech. So literally, like, he is exactly what they want to at some point take over, and he even makes a comment like, because they try to bring him into, like, take him into custody, because people with this technology are like being taken into custody and being sent to basically black sites, and Cyborg's like, if they take me, there's a lot of, he's like, I'm essentially a weapon, and there's a lot of technology here that the government could just take and use to just make terrible, terrible weapons. And we can't allow that.
Yeah.
And so he comes up with this plan with the Justice League, and it's starting to play out in the next few books.
Okay,
more of it will
like
play
fun.
out. So it's actually I like the story. It's him versus the government, who's a little bit of overreach of what they should and shouldn't do, what they should and should not have control of. It almost, for a second, I had like a real world, like, this kind of feels a little bit like, the FBI trying to force Apple into giving them a key to unlock all Apple products.
Yeah.
It was kind of that on a bigger scale. And I was like, oh, kind of real world mixing in with comics, and it's a good story.
All right. So it's definitely one of the things you need to find out for yourself, whether you're going to like it or not. So check it out.
Absolutely. And that's all we got for comics today.
Not that long with video, but hopefully we'll get some more comics and some more movie news next week. So, till then, see y'all later.